What is crack-a-lackin', everybody? It's JT the OCG coming you from the place to be, NFL realignment, you see. Uh, Hold on. My Brooklyn accent. Talk, coffee. Yeah, my Brooklyn accent is out in full force. I visit my mother yesterday, and so, talking to her for about 6, 7 hours, all of a sudden, I'm starting to talk with my hands and the accent's coming out. Anyways, I just want to do a short video, so see if I'm just trying to test the waters to see if my voice will hold up for the Mass Effect 2 that I'm going to try to do. Because NFL season's here, and it's always talk about realignment. And I was just sitting here because I was looking at this all the time. I was sitting there and I was like, geez, the Colts are always in the South. And that really pisses me off. I don't know why. But I just wanted to see if I could do some kind of video here. And so, if this, and this is just for fun. So if you got like any kind of like heavy feelings, or, you want to feel, to sit there and go, no, you're wrong in the comments, well, then your mother's a whore. And I don't really give a rat's ass. But, no, this is just for fun. So, yeah, nice comments, you sit there, you go, hey, you know what? This would be nice if you put this team and this team and this team and that team. But if you sit there and go, holy crap, what the hell are you thinking? Well, you're not being constructive, you fucking jackass. All right, so let's see. So I guess everybody, when they look at the NFL, they could, right away, the first things they go is, that's not right with the Dolphins, right? So, them being in the AFC East, they got to travel all the way up there. Then you got, of course, the Colts. Why the hell are they in the AFC South, right? And this is just because they kind of threw them in there because the NFL didn't want to do much thinking when it came to that. They were just like, we got the, and then the teams changed. This went from Baltimore to there, and then they added freaking Jacksonville and all that kind of stuff. So I can see, I could see. And then you got the rivalries. So you got the Cowboys. So everyone sits there and goes, why are the Cowboys in the NFC East? And here's more of the universals. Like anybody who thinks about like doing a realignment, they never touch the NFC North. They never touch it. Because it just has all the history and all the rivalries. And these are the oldest teams. Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago. They're all like the oldest teams in the NFL. So people kind of leave them alone. However, I'm thinking here. I'm thinking here, my guy. Maybe I'm a Lions fan. True and true, I'm a Lions fan. But I'm thinking, take them out of the North just for now. See if we could do something, right? See if we could do something there. So now we have these freaking alignments, and we have all these teams. And you would sit there and go, well, why don't you just mix and match and throw this team here, throw that team here, throw this team here. So let's see if we could kind of do that. I mean, if you would that even make sense? I mean, you throw the Cowboys into the AFC South? Or you keep them in the NFC and you throw the Panthers. So now you got the big cats going against each other, Jacksonville and freaking Carolina in the AFC South, and then you keep Dallas in here so that they can still play the NFC East quite a bit, So then you screw up with Miami here. See how that goes. So you got all these Southern teams. Maybe out of all these teams, Carolina's kind of close. So let's look here. So maybe you throw Baltimore in here. Ooh. But then you got to throw the Colts up here, right? But then who do you throw in the freaking NFC East? So the best thing to do is look at the NFC East, and then you look at the AFC East. And of course, people are going to get pissed because you got the Steelers and frickin' Ravens rivalry. And the Ravens used to be the old Browns. But you got the new Browns. Not big of a rivalry as it used to be, but, you know, what are you going to do? So, you look back and then you're just like, well, I'll throw back the Lions in here. And it's the Dolphins that are basically the problem child here. No, you kind of want to split up the Texas teams for now, right? So where would you put these guys? Who? So I guess you put Carolina in the freaking NFC East. And right there. So how's that look? So the AFCs will be the Jets. Jets, Jets. Of course, you know, I would love them to go to Brooklyn. Tell you the truth. I would love the Jets to go to Brooklyn. I mean, they're the Jets, so you would put them right next to freaking JFK. That'd be nice. I guess Baltimore... I mean, Baltimore is not that far away, but... maybe, just to have it kind of closer, right? Maybe you put the Giants here, and then you got Baltimore with Washington, Philly, and Carolina in that nice little area here. So we got this little area here. Look at this. Look at this. So we got this little area right here. See, I would love to put Buffalo with the Steelers, Browns, and Bengals. That'd be nice. That would be nice. That would be a very nice division. But, you know, it's always these freaking Colts and Titans that when you think about these things. Or you could put like these four teams in a division. The Titans, the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Jack. But then you have one more team. See, that's where these two teams always screw things up. And then you got the Chiefs that just screw everything up because, like this, you got to put them in a West. But you got to remember, nobody lives out here. Nobody lives in these areas, so that's why they don't really have anything. Let me just think of one more thing. If I put the Chiefs in the NFC North instead of the Lions, who could we put over here? Dallas? Could we put down? Okay, so could we put in the AFC West, we put Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Arizona, and then we throw the Chargers and the Rams in the same division. We got the Giants and the Jets in the same division. That kind of is pretty cool, right? And then we got the NFC South. And we got the NFC South, then we could kind of put Miami in here. Let's see if we put Miami and Jacks. Okay, so we got that. Our NFC South. So NFC South would be there. We got Miami there. Who was the odd man out here? Oh, so the AFC South. Then we got AFC. There we go. Then we could put Carolina over there. Now we got this one right there. Look at that. There's the South right there. Here's the South right here. I mean, if you want to break up the two Florida teams, and to keep the rivalry alive, right? You can also do that. You can do that. You can do it. Do it. So you got Tampa, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Carolina. You can always mix and match some of these teams too, right? But for me, I like this better. Rivalries be damned. And then, yeah, look. All right, so let's look at this. Take Buffalo out of here, and you put Philly here. The Lions go to the AFC North. Now what do we do here? Well, maybe you keep that rivalry alive, right? So you could put the Steelers in here with the NFC East and then put Buffalo in here. Wouldn't that be something? Or you could switch it up. Here. Nah. Well, yeah. Nah. Would you switch it up like that? I mean, you could replace this. You could put these teams here. We'll put them in the AFC, and then what did we do? Then you could take the Browns and the frickin' Bengals and the Colts because they don't have like that great history, right? Uh, who else? And the Lions. So this, Steelers have a better history in the AFC. Buffalo as well. Uh, and Washington D.C.'s always been in the AFC, but I mean they're. I think maybe this will kind of work. It makes the NFC North a hell of a lot better. I'll tell you that though. I just like the aesthetics of that one a lot better. I mean, you got Vikings and Chiefs and Packers and Bears. Oh my, that's freaking brilliant right there. And the AFC East, I mean, these guys share a stadium, so don't know how scheduling would be there, but it'd be kind of easy. And then you got these guys with the Eagles, just skipping over there to Philly. Philly is very, very close to the Meadowlands. AFC North, the Steelers, Ravens rivalry continues, and then the Bills and the Steelers, they're kind of getting a rivalry going. AFC South, you got the Panthers and the Jaguars, the battle of the big cats. The Titans and the Falcons. I think that could be kind of a rivalry going. And then Atlanta and Carolina, that'd be a nice rivalry to get going. And then Jacksonville and Atlanta are very, very close. AFC West, almost unchanged, but then you got the Cowboys and the Raiders. I think that could be a real potential rivalry going. And I mean, how many freaking Dallas fans wouldn't love to go to Vegas a couple of times a year? Arizona and Denver, maybe. I mean, you got Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson now as the two quarterbacks. That might come into a nice little rivalry going a little bit forward. That'd be kind of nice. It'd be nice if like some game like freaking Madden could actually, you could kind of manipulate the divisions, change teams and all that kind of stuff, but you can't. I do like the fact that the Lions finally get kicked out of the North and they go to the NFC East, and the NFC East is not really East. I mean, maybe you change that name to say the Great NFC Great Lakes or something like that. So you got the Lions, Browns, Bengals. This is that nice little quarter right here. I don't know if you would call it the Midwest, because this is kind of the Midwest right here, where you got the little chef hat, the guy's little face. You got the hand coming out, and there's the Kentucky Fried Chicken right there. Let's see. So this is more of a geographical thing. Wait a minute. Where did I put? Hold on. You know what? I think I kind of messed this up just by messing it up. Yeah. Okay. So we do this. We do this. There we go. So now you got the Lions in there. This will probably tick some people off, because now you got the Bills and the Steelers and the Ravens in the NFC East. You know what? The hell with that. What we're going to do there, we're going to send the Patriots over there. Send the Patriots to the NFC East. Okay, so here we go. We got the AFC East, which is Buffalo, Steelers, Washington, and Baltimore. Then you got the AFC North with the Lions, Browns, Bengals, and Colts. South, blah, blah, blah. So who would you think would, you got Tennessee probably the head of there. Maybe Atlanta, Carolina. Well, Jacksonville's getting a little bit better, so put Carolina back here, put Atlanta back here. Right? The North here. I know the Bengals aren't doing that great so far, but they're still there. Yeah, okay. So then you got the Bills, Steelers, Ravens, Washington. And now you got the West here, so I would say that you got freaking Dallas there. So there's predictions. This is just saying the predictions here. All right, Eagles, Patriots, Giants, Jets. Now you got the NFC North. I would say the Chiefs probably go ahead of the Packers at the end of the year. Packers. Chiefs, Packers, Vikings there. NFC South. Boom. NFC West. NFC West is very, very competitive, though. But I like that. So look at that. So that'd be a nice one. So let me know what you think in the comments. Well, first, before we do that, just a little bit here. Now, what if we did 2 relocations that make absolutely perfect sense? Okay? Well, no. 1 relocation that makes absolutely perfect sense, and that is Jacksonville goes to London, England, in the UK. You know that football's trying to break into the UK. I think it's a horrible idea because I think that the English would look at American football for a little bit, but then you would see the attendance drop after a couple of years. What's the word I'm trying to think of? The glamour and the glitz would be off of American football, and then they would sit there and go, this is actually a lot of waiting around. It's not like our football where, there's mostly action unless it kicks out of bounds. No, here it's just like one play. One play takes about 10 seconds, and then they spend about 2 minutes hanging around, and then they do another 30-second play. That kind of thing. I think that would... I don't know. I don't know if that would actually be something long sustaining over there in the UK. They have very much tradition of their football and rugby, and cricket, but I don't know if cricket's that much as popular as it used to be in England. I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me, my English folks, is rugby more popular than cricket over there in the UK now? I think maybe it might be. I know Scotland rugby is the thing. Let's see. So that would be the number 1. Jacksonville goes to the frickin' London. Now, Washington. If I was Washington, I'd give up D.C. I would give up D.C. and I would go to Salt Lake City. So, now we have Salt Lake City here. So, if we have these guys move to Salt Lake City, then you take Dallas out of the AFC West. And then I would put them in the NFC South. And I would put that. Okay? So now you take these guys out. Now with the AFC East, no, well, we'll keep it in the NFC East. Then you take here, so these guys go to London. So easiest way to get to London, so you're going to play these division teams more than you're going to play other teams. Easiest way to get to London is through Boston International Airport and LaGuardia in New York. So that makes sense. So you got the London Knights right there. So now you got the NFC East there. So then you'll throw the Eagles. Now you got the Battle of the Birds right here, the Eagles and the Ravens. And you would have a nice rivalry between these guys with the, Baltimore and Philly not being that far apart, and and then you got the Battle of Pennsylvania. That would be very nice, wouldn't it? And then you just and then look at that, it works out perfectly. And then the AFC South, you got the Titans, the Panthers, Dolphins, and Tampa. So overall, I think that would work. See, that would really work. So then because then you take Washington, you put them in Utah, and you got this nice little corridor right here. You got the Raiders, freaking Broncos, Cardinals, and then boom, then you have the Utah team right here. And you could also break this up as well. I mean, you can move one of these teams. Say you want to put you say you want to switch put the Raiders and stuff like that. And that would really work. I really like that one. Just because of this new AFC East, God, that would be freaking phenomenal. The Bills, the Steelers. And then you would have the Bills and the Eagles probably have a nice little rivalry. The Bills and the Steelers have a nice rivalry. Just going down that that I-90. Right down I-90, I think it is. And then you want to keep, and then it would make perfect sense to keep Detroit. See, and you want to keep Detroit in the AFC with these teams. You want to keep these teams all together because you got Pittsburgh here and Cleveland and Buffalo and Cleveland. Again, that's just a road. That's just a road right down western New York around Erie and then Erie, Pennsylvania, and right into Cleveland. And then you go right down into Cincinnati. And then boom, it goes right into Indianapolis. That's like one little highway. And then, Detroit's kind of out of the way, but freaking when it comes to Buffalo and Detroit, it's just it's a hop skip right across there. So all these four teams are in a nice little bucket right there. And then you got Salt Lake, Denver right here. This is great. These guys are not too far apart. So you got Tennessee, Carolina, boom, boom, right here. Maybe. Let's look at the other South, the NFC South. Well, you know what? I think you would want to keep the Atlanta. I mean, you could do that. That kind of would make more sense, wouldn't it? Carolina, Atlanta. See, so now these guys are off to London, all the way over here. Then you would have Carolina, Atlanta, Tampa, Miami. Boom, right there. And then you would kind of move Tennessee over here, and then you would have this bucket right here. And then, of course, you got KC, Chicago, Green Bay, Vikings, and you got that corridor right here. But, people would want to have that freaking Falcons-Saints rivalry, which I haven't seen it in over a decade, really. And I really think that, maybe, Atlanta and Tampa, Atlanta and Miami, I think they could have a nice rivalry going. But it's always Tennessee. That's just a big pain in the ass because they're smack dab right in the middle here. And then you can do this too. You could kind of make one of the South teams sort of like this, split right down here. Yeah, let's try that. Let's put Tampa. So keep Tennessee here, and then we'll put Tampa there. Tampa, Dallas, Houston, and the Saints. Ooh, and that would be nice. That would be freaking... All right, I like that better. And then you got the AFC South here. That works. Because then you got this kind of little corridor right here. And of course, you got to remember Jacksonville's no longer here. So you got Carolina, Tennessee, boom. That one makes sense right there. Carolina, Atlanta makes sense. Tennessee, Atlanta makes sense. And then you just got Miami coming up here. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I like that. And then Tampa is just right across the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, crap, they could go to their games on boat, you know? So, yeah, that's it. So let me know how those are the two sets. Those are the two sets. You got the first, you got my original one, which I really think works. And then you got this nice relocation thing. I wish Madden could actually, you could customize things, because I would make this right here. I would make this. That would be a beautiful thing. But there is a game that, I don't know if I'll ever play Madden again. It's just, it was so frustrating. It was such a frustrating game and so horrible. It's a pretty it is like dating a beautiful woman with no personality, Madden. That's what it is. It's like, oh, you are so enamored with it for the first couple of months, but after that, you're just like, oh, will you stop texting me these stupid little freaking pictures and how your day's going and what your nails are. I don't care anymore, Shut your mouth. But there is a game called Axis Football 23. It doesn't have the greatest graphics, but it has a really nice franchise mode. And they have fake teams, but the fake teams are all in the same cities as the NFL team. So I think I'm going to try that Axis Football 23 and do a franchise mode with all fake players and fake teams, but they're in the right thing. And I think what I'll do is I'll try to emulate this and make my own little football universe. Because I do like the game of football. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you very much. I should have a Mass Effect 2 video coming out at the end of the week, or I may have to wait until the weekend. What else? I might do some MLB, but again, that game's like a little intensive, and I really want to, if I play the games, what I want to do is condense like a 3-game series into a bunch of highlights, because I know watching an hour and 45 minutes baseball game, no one's going to do that. So, what I like to do is, play a couple of games in a series, or maybe play one game in a series, do some highlights, and then do some simming and show you how the season's going on baseball. And I think that's it. I don't know if there's any other games right now that I'm looking at. It's basically there is Return to Monkey Island that I will try to get, but we'll see. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Get up my interlawn.